Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the March reading for twin flames and soulmates that are currently in separation. Or if this fits, the situation, apply it as it goes. If it resonates, it resonates. Um, it's a good thing that I checked because I thought I already did the March reading. As I was scrolling through my uploads, I said, oh crap, I didn't even do it. So we're doing it now. Please keep in mind that the readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit your situation if it doesn't fit. And if it doesn't resonate again, then it's just not your message. Also keep in mind that masculine and feminine stand more for energies instead of gender. So whatever side you resonate with, again, that's your message. And you can also flip from one week to the next, depending on what energy you're holding at the moment. And I've pretty much almost done all of the different signs. So do check on the website, on the channel, I'm sorry, for that. I'm trying to think of what else I need to say here. If you'd like a personal reading, of course, all the information is below. I've changed it up a bit again because that's what I'm doing for the new year, for spring. I'm trying to create some different spreads to get some different questions answered. What I have here, as I just created this one today, we have the overview of what's going on for the month, what Spirit's advice is in regards to it. What is the, love connection here, or the advice, for the connection? What is the positive aspect of the connection? What is the negative? And then down here we have advice, some final advice. Here we have the masculine side, what is their story, or what story are they telling you? How are they presenting themselves or revealing? And this is the hidden factors, like how do they really feel or think in regards to you and the situation? Same questions for the feminine. Here is, how are they currently walking their path? Like, what are they doing? What is their energy? Same question for the feminine. And here is advice and advice for each one. So this is the new one. Hopefully it helps some people out. So let's get started. For the month of March, we're dealing with karma. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. Again, this is a lot of cycles ending, new ones beginning. Wheels are turning. And we have the King of Spring, which is the King of Wands, innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. And then we have the Ten of Spring, which is the Ten of Wands. Ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. And then we have the Tower, life experience. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So, can you see? I mean, I guess you can. Hold on, let me try to adjust this a little bit. A little more up. That way when I hold the card, half of it's not being cut off. So the Wheel of Fortune. It's about movement, change, wisdom gained from the old cycles, or wisdom that should have been gained, at least. It's a pivotal point. It's about growth and success and expansion. That's again about cycles, karmic cycles, karma. It's good times and bad times. The lesson of the wheel is the acceptance of this fact that there are ups and downs, lulls and fast movement and drama and all of it. But you know that. Bad times provide the contrast and perspective, that's needed in order to recognize, how blessed you are in the good times. It's a time to, don't sit still, but be active in co-creating your life. Like, use the energy of the wheel turning to propel you into your future. And the wheel is also a major arcana. So this is, the universe. It's not something that you can really control. And if you try to fight against it, you only self-sabotage. You only make it worse for yourself. It's about having, again, releasing control. A lot of people need to release control. Let the universe drive the bus. Let the universe spin the wheel. Too many people trying to control outcomes and situations and people to, protect themselves, or to get things to go in the time that they want or how they want, or, and this is, everybody is going through their own growth, and you can't rush other people's growth. You can't force other people's growth, so it's about letting go and let God. Just try to be focused on yourself, things that you can control. Remember the serenity prayer, and try to still be optimistic and have faith that the universe will provide. It's about, again, luck and prosperity, and just being optimistic that things are changing. The King of Wands, it's life creativity, because it's fire energy. This could be you or the person you're dealing with coming in, taking action. It's taking an idea and running with it. Again, it's pure fire energy. It's the drive to move forward against all obstacles. It's about being passionate. The person's a natural born leader, visionary. Again, this sets a goal and sticks to it, and ensures that they can make it happen, with the support of other people. Like, however they got to make it happen, they're going to make it happen. A person who's compassionate and passionate and goal-oriented and future-looking. It's an opportunity to take on a challenge. But again, you're the determining factor. It's up to you. And also it's about embracing challenges, because you know that it will bring growth in the end. And then, of course, the Ten of Springs is the Ten of Wands, and that's about feeling burdened and weighed down, and perhaps needing some help. We've been seeing that come up a lot too. The servant cards and money cards and codependency issues, and maybe people are fearing speaking up because they don't want to be viewed as the same as they were, even though they're really trying to make efforts to change, so there's a lot of people feeling stuck, wanting to present themselves in a different light because they want to reconcile, but still it's like they're stressed out and worried because maybe they might have to end other situations in order to go back to someone from the past, because they realized, again, their regrets, their mistake. But people are fearing still speaking up, so it's like being weighed down by that burden, and it's about releasing that, being innovative, being inspired, taking the wheel and going with it, and again, knowing what you want, thinking long term, not being afraid to get out of your own way, not being afraid to speak up, say how you feel, go for your dreams, go towards things that are emotionally fulfilling. It's just about being aware of what's important to us, but being careful to not, again, get weighed down by the stresses and the worries and the anxieties and the fears. Kind of lay it to rest, move forward. And then we have the Tower. Sudden shocking changes, destroying your picture of peace and harmony, something that blows your mind or throws you through a loop. You know, it's something that was built on a faulty foundation that comes down so that something real can be built in its place. Um, it's a humbling but frightening and necessary experience. You know, it's again feeling afraid, blind about a situation. It forces you to question your beliefs, your behaviors, your attitudes, your perceptions. It penetrates to the core of your being, and it affects you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You know, again, it's about destruction. It's a creation because it's an awakening that happens. Obviously, once something is torn down, again, there's a new opportunity to build. That's why you got the wheel here and the tower, which is also, again, another major arcana. So this is pretty significant here with the wheel and the tower. And we have what Spirit's advice is helpful people. Again, there's all this help. But, you know, they could be referring to themselves saying, we're helping you, you know, or Shine's helping you. And then we have romance. So we got helpful people and romance in regards to this situation. Again, because maybe we're leaving old cycles behind. We're opening the door to meeting new people. Again, or possible reconciliations. It depends on your situation. Helpful people, this card indicates that it's time to expand your circle of friends, or you may find yourself needing to do some professional networking. Make time to branch out in order to create the personal or career connections necessary to be happy and successful. This card can also indicate that your situation requires the input of those who can assist you in accomplishing the task before you. This may include professionals in fields related to your question or others who work for or around you. It could also include people in your personal life who have experience that would be useful. This card lets you know that someone will be entering your life soon who can help make your dreams come true. Wasn't that lovely? Like I said, you could have, you know, went through a difficult situation with somebody and someone new is coming in for you. Or again, this is a way for two people to help each other, you know, by reconciling, you know, helping each other move forward in this relationship. A very important relationship is about to enter or has recently entered your life. This is the romance you've been waiting for. Like all partnerships, there may be ups and downs, but don't let that deter you or shake your confidence. Have faith that love is coming into your life to stay. If your question was about a current relationship, you can expect the parties to become closer to one another. Past disagreements will fade away and trust will grow. All relationships have peaks and valleys. This card indicates an upward movement to a new level of dedication and intimacy. This can include engagement, marriage, or a form of recommitment to one another. So that is here again, because the wheel is turning. There's an opportunity for people to learn from this experience, you know, having epiphanies, having awakenings, having realizations. You know, this is like sudden. This is also divine timing, the universe trying to help the both of you out in this situation, or to help you to help yourselves. Now, what is the, let me get in my questions here. What is the masculine story? Like, what are they telling you? How are they presenting themselves? And we have loss, the fool, the stranger, heartbreak, and abundance. So, of course, we're going to clarify here. But, you know, they could be telling you that they, you know, they're heartbroken over the loss of this relationship. You know, they want a new beginning. They want to have the world with you. You know, they want abundance. You know, they're trying to present themselves as someone new or someone changed. Or, I'm trying to throw out situations for people who have yet to meet a new soulmate, someone completely new. Trying to see if I can fit that in here. Because that can also fit with this, you know, laying down the bird. I think I've already said that though. But, you know, you could be meeting someone who also has gone through a karmic relationship or a difficult time, you know, and they're telling you, and this is the stranger, this is someone new introducing themselves, you know, and it's an opportunity to have a new beginning. And maybe you're having talks about your past or whatever, and they're letting you know what they've been through, but now they're looking to heal and to have something real. That's also a possibility, I guess. But for those that are reconciling, you know, someone's going to be voicing their regrets and wanting new beginnings, and again trying to present themselves in a new way. Let's see, loss. Oh my God, we're 15 minutes in and just getting to that. I don't know if people like these long readings, you know. I mean, I don't necessarily mind, but loss, you know, we have the male lover. Somebody wanting to, again, express their love, possibly express their regrets. Loss. Yeah, we have Disgrazia, which is, you know, like the Tower in this particular deck. You know, this is something that ended real bad. Look at that, fires coming out. It's like logs are busting off the bridge, you know. It's like something that was completely destroyed. Again, this fits with loss. Yeah, conversation. So somebody wants to have a conversation about, you know, what happened. Again, how they feel heartbroken over it. And then they're trying to express their love now. They're trying to come into your life as a new person. The Fool, we have La Vecchia Signora. So this again is someone from our past. It could be older female, 40s and up. Or it just symbolizes the past or a person from the past. And then we have La Fidelta, which is loyalty, faithfulness, fidelity, you know, commitment, a strong bond. And this is, you know, like feeling stuck, feeling like you can't move forward. You know, feeling like this is mentally, you know, trapped or physically trapped. Because a lot of masculines have been having money issues. Well, everybody's got money issues, but, you know, money to travel, money to start over, lacking the confidence because they don't have that, because they feel like that's played a big role. They've had codependent issues. Maybe they're currently in a codependent relationship, and this relationship was codependent, and so they don't want to come to you the same way that they were, because they don't want you to think that they haven't changed, you know. So a lot of them are holding back from saying anything until they feel like they have enough to present themselves as new and improved, someone who's learned lessons, someone who won't repeat the past again, you know. So they're trying to get it together, but they're feeling still stuck, you know, or again, because they need to end a current relationship that they're in. So they're feeling stuck because they don't have the money to leave that, or they know they're fearing ending that because they're going to have to deal with that person's emotions and all of that. So again, they're sitting in their head, you know, they're in a place that they don't want to be, that they're not really happy in, and they want to be with you. But again, their fears, their worries, their lack of courage, their lack of strength, their lack of finances, their lack of confidence, their lack of hope, or thinking they'll be forgiven because it's been maybe a while, or whatever the situation is. So it's leaving them wanting a new beginning, but still somehow feeling, you know, stuck in their heads about it, or stuck in a particular place that they can't leave yet because they don't have the money or whatever. Or again, they just needing to get up the courage to end that situation. Let's see, the stranger. We have La Alegría, which is, you know, friends, family, celebrating, reuniting, good times, happy times. Then we have somebody who's regretful of the past, or someone who's looking for forgiveness, you know, because they feel like they made mistakes, you know, and they're wanting to reunite. They're wanting to reunite with you and have happy times with you. And again, they possibly voicing their regrets about this relationship, or that they feel they understand, you know, what this relationship was. This is soulmate, this is marriage, this is twin flame, this is a strong bond or union. And then we have messengare, which is, you know, message from a distance. So some masculines will be reaching out in March, voicing all of this. Whoa. Heartbreak. Your ladro, the thief. This is someone who steals your stuff, your time, your money, your heart, your love, your patience, whatever it is. This is also symbolizes something that is taken from us, or something that is missing, or could be missing someone, because we have it on heartbreak, you know, or they're feeling sad that they left you, and they're trying to have hope in regards to, because they miss you, possibly, well, obviously. Yeah, and they're expressing how they feel. You know, this is a love letter, so this is a revealing of feelings. Abundance, love. So that's what they want with you. That's how they feel. That's how they're telling you how they feel. You got the male lover here. You got love here. Abundance, a love letter. This is all about people finally speaking their truth. That's why the wheel is turning. And, you know, in case there was anything hidden, I was like, well, what's, you know, how are they really feeling? You gotta watch out for sneaky sneaks, you know, lies, just like deceivers, all of that. But they're saying that you have trust here. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So perhaps they're trying to trust their feelings, trust their intuitions or their spiritual guidance, or perhaps, you know, they know that there's now a lack of trust. You know, they want you to trust them again. They want you to trust in what they say, you know, because they want another chance. Because perhaps there was some lies and deceiving and cheating and not treating someone, you know, with love and care and respect, or taking people for granted. Whatever happened here, you know, that they've had an awakening. They've realized what they had. They're finally realizing their role, or finally admitting it to themselves, you know, which is causing a growth in them, which is why they know that if they want you, or if they want this back, they're going to have to speak up. You can't, because nothing changes if you don't change. If you don't take any action, it's just all sitting up in your head. So they want you, they're trying to trust in themselves and their intuition again, and their feelings, and they're also know that they have to earn back your trust, or they're wanting you to trust them. And then we have the honeymoon card, which is enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. There's the two people in the boat sailing off to calmer waters. This is like the Six of Swords. You know, the angel is there watching over them, divine guidance leading them. to their new part of their journey. So this is what they're hoping to have with you, to move on to calmer waters, you know, to move forward. And so this can also mean travel. You know, I said some people are at a distance. I've seen that come up a lot in the readings. And then how they're also feeling and thinking is that you could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So they're feeling pretty confident in how they feel. It's just there's still some fears and anxieties going on here. And then we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This is about taking time to spend together, to get to know each other again. You know, so they're wanting to be with you, or find a way to be with you, or wanting you guys both to move forward together. Because again, now they realize that it's you that they want. Now for the feminine, and then we'll do this on the bottom afterwards. For the feminine, you know, what the feminine story is, or how she's presenting herself to the masculine, is we have new beginnings. We have hope. We have ending. And we have troubleshooter. Now, the feminine, of course, she wants new beginnings. She's trying to have hope. She's trying to figure out herself, or if this situation can be healed, if she wants to go back, because we've been seeing that repeatedly too. Everybody's in decision mode here. You know, she's possibly hoping that it isn't the end. You know, again, I'm trying to figure out for people that were in a different situation, and this is somebody new. I'm trying to piece it together. I mean, it's the same thing, you know, something that ended, you know, that taught her something. She's, and I gotta say her and he, but it could be whoever. You know, and she's trying to figure out a way to have hope for a new beginning. Despite, you know, what happened in the past, whether it's with the same person or with someone else. New beginnings. We have the precious gift. And it's about realizing what is precious to us, who is precious to us, who we value. You know, trying to have a positive outlook on the future, trying to have foresight, you know, looking long term. You know, again, if this relationship can last, you know, we're talking about new beginnings, just like, well, if I begin new with this person, is it going to last? You know, is there a positive outlook on the future? And then we have Morte, which is a death card. It's probably going to get the ending here. This is about being completely emotionally detached. Or this is, again, just, you know, about transitions, like the traditional death card. Letting old things end, so new things. It's about rebirth, regeneration. Again, looking towards the future. Seeing if something can transition or change, you know, because there's been an expression of feelings received here or given. So whoever's doing it. Hope. So that flew out. La Vecchia Senora. Again, this is just, could be you trying to have hope. Or, again, hopeful for this person from the past. Trying to have hope. And then, again, we have hope in the Wheel of Fortune. Again, good fortune. So you're hoping for good fortune with this person. ending. We have Mercante. This is someone who could again be at a distance from us. This is a person who deals with contracts, negotiations, agreements. So perhaps it's trying to come to an agreement for a new beginning. That was on ending. And then we have dispiacere, which, you know, is despair, distraught, sadness. So perhaps you're hoping that it's the end of sadness. You're hoping to be able to come to a common ground with this person to see if a new beginning can be had. And then we have La Alegría again, which is reuniting with friends, family, people that we have fun with. And then we have Domestico, which is a servant or the helper. And then we have Gran Consolación, which is kind of like the Seven of Cups, or it's like living in illusions, or choices, the different choices that we might have. This is also waiting around for something that we wanted for a long time. And then we have Love. You know, Domestico, again, he's a servant to the helper. This can also mean domesticated, someone you live with, or someone who's wanting to live again with you. Or it could be just trying to, you know, figure out a way to reunite with this person again, negotiate, help this situation to come together after thinking about it for so long, after wanting the love for so long. You know, or you're wondering if you can, if it's possible, because you're trying to troubleshoot here. The troubleshooter is also somebody who could be a little sneaky. Troubleshoot, this flipped. I didn't even ask. Troubleshoot, you know, faithfulness. Again, trying to figure out, especially if there was lies before or cheating before, or maybe you're trying to figure out if this person is faithful, is loyal, is committed, you know. Because again, the troubleshooter card can also be someone who's sneaky, doing shady stuff. Yeah, trying to follow one's spiritual guidance, you know, trying to heal a situation. And what she's really thinking, in case there's anything hidden, we got new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So perhaps, and say it's all about divine timing. Two people have to be on the same level. Not one doing all the taking, one doing all the giving. Not one loving one more. Or it's like it has to be equal. So it's all about divine timing. People coming into their own realizations. People acknowledging their shadow self, or their tendencies, or their patterns, or whatever it is that was holding this relationship in a karmic cycle, or holding them back in general all throughout their life in their relationships. You know, and again, the masculine is coming into that right now. So, you know, she's wondering, you know, because the divine timing, you know, it was worth waiting for, because now finally this person is presenting themselves as someone new. They have grown, they have learned, and that there is chemistry here, obviously, and they're thinking of new beginnings, and if a new love can be had out of this past life relationship. Or again, if you're meeting someone completely new, maybe it was worth waiting for, because, you know, now you have somebody who's another soulmate, could be a life partner, coming in, and it's new love, and you have chemistry with this person. Again, I'm trying to throw out other situations as well. Now, what is the positive aspect of this connection? We have mercy. I'm kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. And what is the negative aspect? Enthusiasm. Whatever I'm most passionate about is the direction I follow. Now, this, of course, lacking enthusiasm, lacking the courage, lacking the optimism. And mercy is just being able to, have compassion for each other, for this experience, for this journey. This card asks you to take notice in the way you relate to people, including yourself. If you are kind and thoughtful towards others, you will have higher self-esteem. While you can't control how another person treats you, mercy and compassion are usually returned in kind. This card is a message to avoid gossip or criticism about yourself or others, and to consciously speak in loving and empowering ways. The higher energy generated by positive words will insulate you from negativity. This is the true meaning of judge not, lest ye be judged. So again, it's about, forgiveness, forgiving and learning, accepting our own roles, trying to be compassionate, trying to be, I just said forgiving, but it's about, shifting our perspective a little bit on the experience, on the situation, especially if people coming back, truly showing growth. That is the key, backing it up with actual actions and consistency, not just words. So it's about, being open to that, hearing people out, having mercy, seeing both sides, understanding both people's point of view, finding some common ground. And then we have enthusiasm, as I took the card out and lost the page. Your question about what to focus upon is answered by examining where your natural interests lie. What do you enjoy doing? What issues stir your soul? Where would you like to make a positive difference? These are your passions, and your enthusiasm gives you the energy and motivation to take courageous action. So I said, it's that people need to get the let out. Enthusiasm is positively contagious and helps others feel excited and happy. Mother Mary urges you to shine your light brightly. Let those around you know about your dreams, goals, hopes, and aspirations. Smile, share your feelings, and be authentic and accessible so that heaven and other people can join in your enthusiasm. Again, it's about taking off the mask. It's about speaking the truth. It's about sharing how you feel, letting go of the fear, getting out of your own way, or getting out of the way of this situation coming together. But you have to think positive, not in the woes of the past, not in the fears of the future. It's about being present. What can I do in the present? Well, presently, I can say something. Presently, I can work on my money. Presently, so it's about throwing more positive instead of stagnant negative, sitting around in our ruminating thoughts and in our shadow selves. And they're telling you both to love yourself first, as your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Of course, because if you're standing in your truth and you're standing in your integrity and you can hold yourself accountable for your actions, and you can, again, both people see in their own roles, you're showing yourself self-love. You're also showing the other person love. You're also having dignity and integrity, so it's showing yourself self-respect, and you becoming an honest person. You're also showing the other person respect, and that makes you more romantically attractive. Nobody likes shady people. Nobody likes people that play mind games or emotional manipulators, or it's like, nobody got time for that. People getting too old to be dealing with immaturity, depending on your age. But it's, you respect a person, or you're more attracted to somebody, again, who embodies, integrity, character, who's respectful and kind and thoughtful and willing to open up, and, that doesn't play games. And if you don't play games, you're showing that you're loving yourself, and you're also not holding yourself back from what you truly want, because you're letting your ego or your fears hold you back. You're also loving yourself by freeing yourself from that. And they have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So love yourself by, again, not denying yourself what it is that you really want, what is in your highest and best. Make the effort because it's worth it. And what is how the masculine is currently walking in their path, what the current energy is. What are they doing? Well, they're confused. And they're all in their shadow side. We have the dark-haired man in their fears and their worries, or perhaps still engaging in some sort of deception, especially if they're in a codependent relationship and they're looking to leave. I mean, obviously that relationship wasn't built on truth. That's why we got the Tower here, so that's got to end. Because, again, it was perhaps just filling a void or meeting a need that they needed after this situation ended. So they got some still dealings with that, if there is another situation involved there, or this is just them being in their shadow side, again, fearful about love, about following their heart, choosing what is familiar, even if what is familiar has been a repeated pattern for them, that they know that they need to change, that they want to change. But again, it requires change. It requires you to change. And once you acknowledge those things, once you step into that, you got to maintain that. It's about having self-control, being self-governing, and again, wanting better for yourself, wanting to become better. And again, we're needing to release the things that are holding you back. Get out of confusion. Follow your heart. Don't stay in situations, again, because they provide you with just material needs but no emotional satisfaction. Obviously, the masculine is realizing that that's really what means something. Who do you love? Who do you want to be with? And you got to get out of your own way in order to pursue that while you have the opportunity. Let's see. I don't know if we need to clarify, because we still have to do these. Let's see, dark-haired man. Madonna di Servizio, the servant to the helper, Giovine Fanciulla, which is attraction to a young lady. And then we have regrets. So this again could be, if it's describing their current situation, they're regretting being in that, and maybe they only entered into that to get some kind of help. They entered into that relationship because this person is helpful to them, or they're regretful of they're regretful of the past in regards to you, and knowing that you were a support to them in the past, and how they have love for you and attraction to you, but they're worried about if they're going to be forgiven or not. I don't know if we need to clarify anymore. We kind of get it, because it's 43 minutes in. Not that I mind, like I said, but in the challenger, you got two challengers here in regards to your advice. So obviously this is something you need to acknowledge and turn around so that you can have the outcome that you want. We have the Ice Queen, which was in reverse. Ideas preserved, non-action and entitlement. And then the High Lady of Love and Compassion was in reverse. Reverence, kindness, and consideration. So let's see number 28. And I pray that my sound is recording. Oh, you didn't even know yesterday I had such a problem with one video. I had to do it like 3 times. A nightmare, to say the least. When the Ice Queen comes as a challenger, When the Ice Queen comes to challenge you, she asks you to look at the illusion of ownership. Do you believe you truly own anything in this world? For example, do any of us really own land? Do we own ideas? Or is it that we simply laid claim to something we believe we're entitled to? Even inspiration is borrowed from spirit and shared by all in the field of divine consciousness that permeates everything. Others have thought of even your innermost, I'm sorry, Others have thought of even your most ingenious ideas somewhere else in time. And so what? Life incarnate is short. When you transition, you take nothing with you from the material world. The Ice Queen calls upon you to release your hold on your relationships, your belongings, your home, and all aspects of your life. Let life flow as it will. Everything is impermanent. Once you recognize that, everything is seen as the living miracle that it really is, and you won't be frozen into self-induced limitations. It's time to let go of ownership in general and be grateful for and enjoy what you've been gifted with. And again, and this kind of falls into that fearing, letting go of their current situation, because again, it's feeling a void and meeting a need if they're in a codependent thing. And because they're afraid that this person will take them back, they're like, well, I'll just stay here because I don't have anywhere else to go, or I can't live on my own, whatever the situation is. But they're saying that you need to follow your heart. You need to follow, speak up. And because, you might have an opportunity to reconcile with somebody and not stay stuck and enter into that for real reasons, for love, and not just stay in a codependent situation because it's providing something for you, but nothing emotionally. They're saying that you need to stop looking at your material needs and more of your emotional needs. Like I said, it's about releasing. Kind of reminds me of like the Four of Pentacles, holding on out of fear, And then we have one. When the High Lady of Love and Compassion appears as your challenger, she gently reminds you to snap out of self-centeredness. The ego has set a sneaky trap for you. You may have forgotten that to create an abundant life, you must be conscious of how your choices impact those around you. See? Are you trying to manipulate others to get what you want without consideration for them? Like I said, if you're in a codependent situation and you entered into that, making that person think that it was for love, you were being manipulative. You were using that person again to fill a void and meet a need. But you disguise it as love. That's why you're unhappy, because you realize you really love the person that you were with before. So it's about being honest with yourself. It's about being honest with other people. It's about letting old karmic cycles and situations and behavior patterns to end, because once you've awakened yourself to it, you have no excuse. It's just you keeping yourself stuck in that because, again, you fear the unknown. You fear change. You fear having to change because, again, once you step into that role, you're going to have to maintain it. You can't go back to your old ways, and so it's, Is it possible that your good intentions are about helping too much, enabling another person to remain the same and preventing his or her own growth? You're preventing your own growth by staying in a situation that is not allowing you to grow. It's keeping you stuck in your old karmic ways. Sometimes it's better to let others hit bottom with their own suffering rather than trying to make it easier for them. Sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind. And this is sometimes, again, about reaching our own rock bottom. That's why we got the Tower here. Be conscious that you aren't alone in this world. Begin to behave as if God in all life and every person matters. Remember that the living world is a sacred community and you're a magical and important part of it, but you're not the only one who counts. The High Lady of Love and Compassion is waiting to guide you and be your friend and ally. Think first of others and she will orchestrate your ultimate success. So again, you can't be using people to meet your needs. You can't be treating people as means to an ends and disguising it as something more than that. Because that's, again, you're manipulating a situation to meet your own needs. And it's hurtful to you and it's hurtful to other people. It's about, again, being a person of integrity, doing the right thing for yourself and everyone. Get out of your own way. Now for the feminine, how she is currently walking her path, what her current energy is we got greed. So this is about thinking about what we want, our desires, you know. And there's some stressing over here, worried about deception. Because again, in the past, it was probably lies, deception, you know, so she's fearful if she can, you know, have what she wants with you, because she's still, and that's why you got trust here too, because there's not any trust here anymore. That's going to have to be built and proven over time, you know, through consistency. So she does have some worries, you know, that's why she's contemplating if a new beginning can be had, because she just doesn't want to deal with any more lies and deception. So she's trying to be very careful. And you got 2 in the ally position, the upright. We got the cosmos, creativity and vastness. I've actually never read this card, so it's going to be interesting. The diamond dreamer, material wealth and true prosperity. Ooh, that's good. Let's see what it says. 41. The cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness, influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious, with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action towards your goals, as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all you create. Now in the weekly reading, you know, we had the 9 of Pentacles on the feminine side, and we had the mirroring the Magician, you know, and in between we had the King of Cups reversed and the 2 of Cups reversed, because we're dealing with someone who is, you know, manipulative, and it's showing up here too, deceptive, tries to wield things, tries to control people in relationships due to their own childhood wounding, so that they can feel like, again, that they're protecting themselves in some way, you know. So we had those 2 on the end. So she's already thinking that she has all the tools to manifest. She's already focusing on herself, on her independence, on her money, on her career. So this is kind of reiterating that. The universe is saying, yeah, definitely do that. You know, you got some creative projects, you got some, you know, light worker stuff that you're doing, you know, your own business, whatever it is. They're encouraging. We will ignore the fact that the sound cut off the last few minutes of the video. So let's get back into it. Number 6. The Diamond Dreamer. When the Diamond Dreamer arrives, he represents the successful manifestation of the unseen into the material. Be sure you truly want what you think you desire, for this ally will commit to getting it for you. So again, make sure the object of your affections is presenting themselves in a genuine way, and we're not fooling ourselves or trying to make people into something that they aren't, you know. Especially if they've got some psychological issues that are for life. All manner of conditions will flow around you. Messages from Spirit will serve to guide you towards achieving your heart's desire. If you want a house, you'll be led to it. If your priority is a new job, with the right continual steps, you will achieve this. If you desire a more harmonious relationship, the measures needed to create this will be obvious. A project finally pays off. Material gain and positive financial shifts may also be on the way. You will indeed see the tangible results of your ambition. The diamond dreamer also serves to guide you to the appropriate choices so that the unseen is awakened to move mountains on your behalf. Positive communication is now possible in all your relationships. Well, I know a lot of us will be happy if our finances turn around. The masculine, the feminine, both, everybody. Let's see. Oh, and then we have the advice for you both. All that glitters and higher power. You know, this kind of fits into this. You know, don't, all that glitters isn't gold. If, like in the weekly reading, if you are dealing with someone who is a narcissist, who is just, you know, smooth with the tongue, but is someone who will never change. You know, again, it's realizing that. And it's also about, you know, if we're in codependent relationships and for reasons, you know, treating people as means to an end, so to have voids filled and needs met, but not really for love, you know, or thinking you were going to go into something and it was going to be better, and it turned out not to be, because there you go. Wherever you go, there you are. It was teaching the masculine, too, that all that glitters isn't gold. You know, especially if they were going after something for materialistic or, again, childhood wounding fillers. Because in the end, it's the heart that they need to follow. It's love that is real. I mean, the higher powers is just, you know, intuition, higher messages, higher reasoning. But let's see what's going on here. Number 16. All that glitters, a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them. It includes codependent relationships, treating people as means to an end. You know, what can they do for me? Not like I'm with them because I actually feel something for them. And how symbolically they will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks that people wear and the motives underlying them. As I said, be cautious. That's why the feminine is trying to be cautious. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire this person? And it's true. There's a lot of times we project, you know, potential or what we hope someone is or who they pretend that they are. But really, you've seen the truth of who someone is through their actions and their behavior, through their repeated patterns of behavior. You know, and it's about being realistic with ourselves about, again, some people will never change. So we have to, and we have to want more for ourselves, and again, not try to make someone else out to be something that we wish that they were. Relationship message: sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. That's why a lot of those readings we're having the soulmates with keep an open mind, you know, because again, someone might have taken someone for granted in the past, didn't appreciate what they had because it wasn't the usual type they go for. Right, again, so it's needing to see beyond the surface and to see the person's soul, because in the end, it's like all the outside stuff. Everybody's looks fades. Everybody gets older. Everybody, you know, so all those things that may initially attract you to something, their looks, their status, what they can offer you, where they live, you know, all that stuff. It's like you got to look beyond that because that's just superficial. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. So the masculine has that. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. Oh, we got to read this one. Number 4. Higher power, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. That means being committed to your spiritual growth, to yourself, to your soul's evolution, to your spirit, you know, whatever it is that's going to evolve your soul. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, especially if you're twin flame, you're here for another reason, not just the woo-woo. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer, and meditation. Ask what is the highest good of all. How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there's a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed, especially if you watch the readings, right? It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. So again, holding ourselves accountable for our own actions, recognizing our own behavior patterns, cycles, karmic relationships, connecting the dots, getting aha moments, epiphanies, realizing what needs to go, what we need to change about ourselves, what wrongs do we need to right, you know, how we need to kind of step up, grow up spiritually and on the human level. And step into your own power. It's time to get on your path. It's time again to leave behind things that are not serving you anymore, that are holding you back. Connecting again with source, with your higher self, with a higher power, with your spirit guides, whatever it is that's going to push you into your destiny, get you on the right path. Again, make you a better person, because that's why you're here, to learn, to grow, to shed karma. And these relationships, they come into your life to teach you something about yourself, to bring you aware, bring attention to something within you that needs to go, that needs to be addressed. So again, it's recognizing the spiritual nature of your life, of yourself, of your path, of your choices, of fated events and karmic cycles and all of that. Gain the higher perspective, you know, and don't fall victim to all the glitters. You know, you need to focus on what's real. And what's real in the end is love. Loving yourself, self-love, making the effort in regards to yourself and, you know, this relationship, especially if you're twin flames or this is a soulmate life partnership, you know, and a need for enthusiasm and compassion and thoughtfulness and forgiveness, you know, life lesson, life experience. Let that wheel turn. Helpful people. The universe is trying to help you to help yourselves and help each other. It's all for love. Release the burdens. How else can I segue here? That's it. That's it. Trying to fit it all in at the end. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.